Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been about 10 months since we made a video. There's been a bit going on, but we're back, I guess you could say, kind of. All right, where do I even begin? So probably thank you for tuning in for this video, and I'd probably also want to apologize because we've been super quiet on social media, mainly because of the die-off issue, but also we have just been super busy in other parts of our life. If anyone doesn't know this, I play beach volleyball, and when we were building this new facility that you've seen bits and pieces on so far on social media, we were going through like a really intense qualifying process for the Olympics, and so I was trying to manage building this new facility, and then I was also trying to qualify for the Olympics. It was really great. The qualification went smoothly. We got to the Olympic Games and we had a great time. So that was all awesome from the volleyball point of view, but the actual facility and the crickets and the business kind of went down the hill a little bit. Not necessarily because of the volleyball and how busy we were with that, but it was just purely because we had a huge die-off issue. And there will be another video on the channel shortly in some time in the given weeks to talk about that die-off issue a little bit more and explain that in more detail. But this video is just purely going to be a bit of an update on what is actually happening with the facility and what's happening with Schubugs and kind of what we've got planned for the future. So yeah, thanks for everyone for sticking around, and yeah, I guess you could say we're back a little bit. We've just got more time where we can actually dedicate to trying to sort out this die-off issue and crickets and insects and pet food and edible insects and all that. So it'll be really cool. So firstly, this is the very first container that we ever got, which is pretty cool. We just use it for storage now. But when we were building the new facility, we thought we were going to have an influx of sales, and we thought we were going to really pick things up, and we didn't, obviously, because everything died. So we bought all these boxes, and that was another funny thing too. When we built this new facility, we took a bank loan out to be like, hey, yeah, we're going to start selling more crickets, and you know, it's going to be awesome, and we'll have a good time doing that. Nah, not the case. So we actually had to stop sales for the last 10 months. We haven't been able to sell a single cricket to anyone in Australia for the last 10 months, which has hurt the business quite badly. And obviously when you're trying to pay off a bank loan as well, you can't really justify it. So that was also quite intense. But here, this is just our storage room now. And we actually do have one full room fully up and running in the new facility, which is really cool because it makes it a lot easier not having to bounce in between two shipping containers all the time. And the shipping containers aren't even being used. So everyone knows this from the videos. Good old Trusty, we've had this one since 2019, I believe. Yep, October 31st of October 2019 up here is when we got this container, and this isn't being used anymore. We've completely cleaned it out. We thought, you know, there could have been the die-off issue, could have been something to do with this container. Hasn't been that in the end. So this is all spotless, nice and clean, ready to go. And we will potentially put crickets back in here very shortly, depending on how the new facility goes. But we're also talking about doing some other insects as well. So we're looking at doing mealworms or cockroaches. Just something to kind of diversify the farm a little bit, because we've obviously gone so heavy on crickets, and if you have an issue with crickets, you can't make any sales. So funny that. So we will look at doing other insects on the farm here as well. So maybe we'll just use these two shipping containers because they're still great. They're still really great in terms of like how clean, and they're pretty efficient to run, in all honesty. So we will get these two containers running back up at some point, but we'll keep this old container just as storage. And then, of course, you can see behind me, huge new facility. Sorry for the wind, I'll just quickly get inside. Pretty nice sunset we've got here going at the moment. If my camera will focus. God's country this, out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. But this new facility has been, it's been awesome. We had a few issues in the early days trying to set this thing up, but now that it's all kind of working and functioning, so I'll do a full video on the whole, you know, setup of this new facility, because it is pretty big. We have two massive rooms. So one room, which there's nothing in that one at the moment, it's just storage, and then we've got one room here. And of course we've got all the tools. It's a little bit messy at the moment, just because we're still setting things up. But you know, as you can see, we've just got like a desk and a little sink, and we've got this awesome lift system, because you'll see when we get in there, it's huge. We've got vertical. So just switch the light on, switch this fan off so you can hear me a little bit easier. But you can hear the chirping, huh? So we do have crickets here. Crickets are surviving, they are living. They are living their life and trying to do their best. You can see them all in the bin here. Still nothing like we used to have, where we used to just have like thousands in every bin. Like those were the glory days, honestly. Like we still got crickets breeding, still doing all the same stuff with the food and with the water and the oranges. Nothing's changed from that point of view. But as you can see, this new facility is massive, and yeah, it is really, really exciting. And one of the cool things about this facility here, just show you the little teenagers down here chirping along, having a good time. One of the cool things about this facility is it's actually 3 shipping containers. So it might not look like it on camera, but this is actually still the same size as having 3 shipping containers. So we haven't needed to go to the other facilities or like to the other shipping containers, because we've actually gone 2 higher on both sides. So still 4 high, just like our other facilities, but then we've added an extra 2 on, which is why we've needed that lift down the end. So it is quite big, but it makes it a lot easier just to like handle everything in the one same space. But yeah, like it's kind of ticking along quite nicely, and we're doing a bunch of trials to see if we can get through this die-off period. But that is pretty well everything that is happening on the facility. And yeah, like it's exciting. We're kind of back, which is really cool. Okay, that's pretty much everything for this video. It's just a quick update on the facility and to kind of let you guys know that we're back. So just want to thank everyone as well. So not only from Australia, but from the rest of the world. It's an incredible community, the edible insect, just the insect farming community worldwide is really cool. There's some really special people out there, but there's a big shout out that I want to give to John, who actually looked after our facility while we were away at the Olympics, obviously because my family got over there as well and we didn't have anyone here on the ground. So he was a massive help to us, and so thanks to him looking after the facility. Couldn't have done it without you. And yeah, thank you for everyone for sending messages and emails over the last 10 months with this massive die-off issue. It's not the easiest thing to go through. Everyone who's farmed insects on a reasonably large scale or even a small scale has experienced how difficult insect farming is, which is also what makes it so fun too, because it's so challenging. But like I said before, like kind of what the plans we've got moving forward for Schubugs is, like, we want to do other insects. So if you guys do have any insects that we should try and grow, and like things that I can show you guys on, because I'd love to tackle some other insects. I'd love to have a crack at growing some other things. And then as well, like I've got a plan for doing some more educational stuff and some more edible insect stuff moving forward, because there is a pretty big world out there when it comes to edible insects. It's not always the case in the Western world, but definitely in Southeast Asia and South America, it's huge, and parts of Africa, it's massive. So there's definitely a need for it, and who knows, it might never take off in the West, it might never take off in Australia, but I think it's quite fun. So I want to try and like eat a bunch of insects on the channel, and I want to try like just different insects that we can grow, and also like native species insects here in Australia. Like I already mentioned, we've got 1,500 different species of insects that we can consume here in Australia. So yeah, definitely trying to grow some local insects as well, some native species, and yeah, like I want to do some more educational stuff as well. And yeah, I'll get into all that moving forward. So it'll be really cool. If you do have any suggestions, or like even if you just want to reach out and say hello, I'm more than happy to have a chat. Send an email, leave a comment. You know me, I love to talk about edible insects and just insects in general. So send through your messages, and yeah, guys, I really appreciate everything over the last 10 months. Hasn't been easy, but that's also what makes it so rewarding when you do actually make it through the rough. This has definitely been the most challenging rough part so far since getting into it. But yeah, there'll be more videos coming and there'll be more stuff on the way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting time. So all right, have a good rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you next time. Bye.